I'll tell you, we're gonna use pseudonyms.
Oh, that's good.
We're gonna use a nom de guerre.
Nick Mullen, nom de guerre, Nick Mullen.
Why don't you nom on my fucking nuts? You fucking what?
You're not coming through, Adam.
You're not coming through.
Did you plug in?
Plugged in. We got this.
Maybe that's a
doing-
sign that you don't have to do the podcast.
No,
All right, I'll see.
This thing it saves with the last.
you gotta pump it down.
This is
pump
Ian's
it up.
here. I don't know if we did that Blue Chew read. I gotta go back and.
I think we did.
Ian was too busy telling his fucking stories, costing us thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but Ian's stories are the perfect things to segue a fucking
No, they
Blue Chew
weren't
ad.
good Ian stories.
They weren't?
They
They
were
were
the
sad?
bad Ian stories.
They were the sad ones?
No,
He's-
the
no, I mean-
sad ones are good too.
Yeah,
No, these are the ones that had no point.
They
Yeah,
no
they
point.
really
I mean,
went
it was like, you know, I'm like, hey, speaking of, there's a pill and he's like, I was at Target the other day, and they've got a whole section of board games now. It's crazy. It wasn't. Man, can you imagine how great that would have been when we were kids? If you could go to a place and there was a whole wall. If I was a kid, that would be great, man. It's really good that kids have that.
Poor Ian. Just desperately wanting his childhood back.
Yeah.
And searching for it in men's asses.
And I'm like, there's a pill. I might go have a little whoop-de-doo in the Target bathroom, but I gotta pick up a copy of Othello. See if I can meet a fella in the bathroom. Hello. Anyways, it's really great. Really, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Now,
Nick, you gotta have more of a focus on gratitude, man.
yeah.
The man, though, you lost him.
Yeah, I know.
That's a different guy.
You went into
The
your,
man, but gratitude was fun.
No, it wasn't. It was all bad. And you went into
But
the
man,
one
really-
impression. The one impression you can do of anyone. Which
is true.
your bad Mark Maron impression. It's not even a Mark.
I wasn't
true.
doing Mark Maron.
That's true. He's right.
Listen,
Nick's
dude.
correct here. He doesn't remember your emotions, but he remembers all your impressions.
Anyways,
I don't want to insult Mark Maron.
Fuck this bitch for lying and
Okay,
saying that she
no,
we
ran
don't
into
have
me.
to say who it is,
I'm not saying her name,
but
but
fuck her.
and I want this.
Okay, but I have
here's
more
what I want.
right to say.
Here's
fuck
what
her.
I want. I want this to get back to her without anyone knowing who she is. Fuck her for saying she ran into me and I was rude.
It probably will now.
Good.
No, I don't think so. I think
Fucking
people are going
liar.
to be misled by this.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Fucking liar, dude. Liar. Shifty fucking. Ooh. I wish I did run into her. Because I got some choice words for her, and I guarantee you they're all one syllable, and they fucking hit hard.
And they start with a C.
They start with a
They have some.
They start with
consonants.
a couple of different things. You know?
They got some hard consonants for sure.
They pop. These are words that fucking pop. They hit you like a face full of fucking cold spaghetti.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm sorry she would say that.
How would you get the cold spaghetti on someone's face? Like a
They just say wad it up in a ball, just slap.
slapow.
Oh, send that
No
bitch
spoon. It's on your hands.
all the way back to whence she came.
Mm-hmm.
And I will.
Yeah.
I will say no more.
to Pete whence she came.
Yeah,
Oh, that's maybe a clue.
I don't think it is.
that's not even close to
Geographically about
Not
where?
at all.
Boy,
Oh no, he's from Chicago.
Not at all, bro.
I'm confusing it with the
Chicago and.
good Charlotte, who are from.
Oh, I meant
from Waldorf?
Yeah,
They're
but
from the state of
here-
Maryland.
here's what I meant, though. I meant more of like an ancestral homeland. That's how hard the spaghetti's going to hit.
Right.
I'm not talking. I'm not
Cross an
ta-
ocean or two.
I'm not talking about a 40-mile trip. You know,
Right.
yes, out of the park, but we're talking stratosphere. I'm getting this bitch
A real
out of orbit.
A real moon shot.
Yeah.
For a second, she's gonna.
Yes.
For a second, she's gonna have to hold her breath.
That's
up in
your
the
clue,
air.
folks.
She's going to freeze to death up in the air, and her blood will boil.
She'll
from the
make it
lack of
back,
pressure.
but she'll be back retarded.
Yeah, she's going to land over
The
there.
oxygen, no oxygen will fuck her.
She's
hair
going to
and her
land over
brain
there,
up.
face full of spaghetti, and they're going to be like, "What happened?" And that's going to be.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's enough.
Why don't you
People
test?
don't
Why
need
don't
to
you
know.
test
Okay,
a
all
missile?
right, all right.
on
We've
this? Why don't you test a missile on this?
Yeah.
yeah.
Nick's pointing to his asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can't see. And he also, in the corner of the room, has a big missile.
I had my asshole moved to the front.
That's
You
awesome.
did?
Yeah.
To understand the female experience.
They don't have an asshole.
No, but they have to wipe in the front.
They don't. They wipe in the back, dude.
No, they
Women
wipe their
no.
pussies.
They come around from the
They
back.
come around
That's
from the
not
back.
how I
They
watch.
Fill their
women.
pussy full of shit.
Listen,
Well,
sir,
and then they queef it out.
sirs,
Yeah.
I watch
Obviously,
women go to the
someone hasn't
bathroom all day.
forced every woman they've dated to suck their dick while they're trying to go to the bathroom.
Oh, a blumpkin.
No,
A reverse blumpkin.
Not even.
A
though.
reverse
Because
blumpkin.
A reverse blumpkin would be eating a woman's pussy while she shits.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
true.
This is something else.
This
a
is-
quarter blumpkin.
This is
A half blumpkin.
Someone
This
hasn't
is
had that.
nega blumpkin.
Someone hasn't had the classic talk. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. Shut up, bitch. the sex talk.
The birds and the bees.
The sex talk with the.
Oh fuck! Just think about what that room smells like. You're coming in there ripe with the shit,
Yeah.
just with your dick out hard.
I love it.
This smells like a fucking public bathroom.
We both
in there.
got to use. We both have to go to work, so we both have to use the bathroom.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You're taking up my jacking off into the toilet
Yeah.
time, bitch.
If you're taking up the toilet, guess who's just been promoted to toilet? You. You defile the toilet, you become it. Doesn't that mean that you're the toilet now? No.
No, it doesn't.
The
Shut
buck
fuck
stops
up.
here.
How many toilets are we gonna have in this fucking house if I'm the toilet?
What do
too?
you want to be? A
What's this?
fucking
You want it to be a
millionaire?
whole fucking house full of toilets?
What do
you
you
dumb
want to be?
bitch.
Yeah.
You want to live in a mansion
Then
with
what?
2 toilets?
We get overrun by trans people.
They're all,
They come in here.
They
start
heard how many
bossing-
toilets there
They come
are.
in here and start bossing up around. They look, oh, this place looks nice. A girl could get used to a place like this
All because you didn't want to be the fucking
because
toilet.
you wouldn't step
You're
up
selfish.
and say,
Because you're being selfish
you know what?
again.
Now I'm the toilet.
Be the toilet.
Oh fuck. That would be
Just Disney making like an uplifting movie for girls where it's like a feminized little like toilet that's trying to like I don't know become an astronaut or something. Like Brave Little Toaster, but it's
Yeah,
just a
of
toilet,
course.
just a girl.
You
She's
know what
like-
happened to that guy?
Which guy?
What
the
guy?
guy who wrote the Brave Little Toaster.
HIV.
His
He died
house
of
burned.
AIDS?
His house burned down,
Ironic.
Really?
and his partner died.
His
Can you-
husband.
And then I believe he either killed himself or died of AIDS.
Oh no.
So a really tough couple of L's
Oh,
there for that guy.
How did you know that?
I was listening to it on MP. His shit came up on NPR.
It's crazy because
one
usually
day.
the
NPR,
only
smart
thing you
type of
know,
guy.
if
Yeah.
the only thing ever, you'd be like, you know what happened to that guy? Apparently, is he used to fuck.
yeah,
He used to fuck in such a way that you only have sexual information on people.
Dude, I got him. Well, technically, he died of AIDS,
So that's
or he
that's-
might have died of AIDS.
So he
So that
he got
sneaks
his
back door. Technically, I have some sexual
into
information.
sexual
This
pathology.
falls under the purview of sexual information, unless he didn't die of AIDS and he killed. I think he might have actually killed himself, but he did have AIDS,
Yeah.
or maybe his partner had AIDS who died in the fire.
Yeah.
Either way, a really tough go.
Damn, that's a tragic life.
I love
But thank you for the Brave Little Toaster, sir.
Dude, that's a fucking sick
I
cartoon.
It's a
love
great
that.
cartoon.
I love that movie as a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
I love the part where they're in the forest.
Speaking of dying of AIDS, I got, for no reason, remember that one porn star, Naomi Russell.
You brought this up
R.I.P.
last.
I brought it up last night, but
I wasn't here.
It was understood that she was. It was kind of like a Steve from Blue's Clues became a pedophile kind of rumor.
Right.
Was that she died of AIDS,
But
So
she didn't.
she didn't die of AIDS. I looked it up online, and there's like a Quora thread about it.
Did she have HIV?
It's
How
not
about-
clear
how
whether or
about
not
Steve,
she does.
Steve Harvey from
But
Blue's Clues.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, the dog is what color? And then just looking at the camera.
Dude, I love it. Family Feud now just has completely tease up Steve. They're not even innuendos.
Oh, yeah, it's been that way
all
since they got him.
Yeah.
And that was because I remember trying to do a
Name
bit
a
of it.
thing you want your wife to sit on.
Yeah, no,
was
that-
one of the questions.
I used to do that as a bit like 10 years ago. Whenever they got him, it would be like, name something that gets hard and you put it in your mouth and suck on until it comes. And then somebody would be like, I guess a penis. And he'd be like, Lord! Just parades around the stage with a
Yeah.
microphone at his waist.
crushing it.
Yeah.
Crushing it with that little strut.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about something else though before this.
Chinese.
Oh, Naomi Russell.
Oh, Naomi Russell.
Oh yeah, so there's a really good Quora article. Chinese.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
We don't know if she had HIV. Has she been spotted? Did she
So-
lose that fat ass?
She, I guess, her life has been pretty. Well, she really.
You know
put,
who this is, Naomi Russell?
Yes.
She really
I have
put
no idea.
White
Huge
girls,
ass.
white girls with big asses on the map.
She was a proto pog. Now she had little titties.
She had
guess
little
Most
titties.
pogs have
I guess she
at
got
least medium titties.
memory hold. I love when people say that. It's weird that this got memory hold and they're just talking about a gay thing they care about that
Yeah.
people stop giving a fuck about.
yeah, yeah,
You can get
yeah.
memory hold. You're just
It's just sucks.
chill out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't talk about how fucking Stryker or whatever show got memory hold.
Jeff Stryker, the gay porn star.
No, what's that? What's that? Viper, not Stryker.
Oh, Viper.
You don't talk about Viper or Sentinel getting memory hold. You're just like, yeah, it was a gay thing from my childhood that I still love.
Yeah, I don't think it even got memory hold.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you know how fucking memories and shit work.
Yeah.
Anyway, Naomi Russell, little titties. I remember there's a famous porno
with her in the green
The
dress.
green dress.
So that's the thing is like my girlfriend's been going to work now.
Is Jeff Stryker in that video?
I don't think Jeff
I don't even know how you know.
How do you know
all
gay
these
porn
Oh, I
stars?
know Peter North. Jeff
We're talking about
Stryker.
hot girls that we used
Yeah.
to pull our cocks to.
Yeah.
No, I would know
Peter
the one.
North, that's a straight porn star.
No,
I think he
Not
did gay
originally.
porn to get going.
Because I would have all of
He
these.
was the king of the cum
I would
shot.
have all of these
He
things
was.
like blocked and muted so that they wouldn't come up while I was. I just like went. I knew you would know the names of every gay porn star, and then put those into the net nanny
Right.
so that it's
Right.
absolutely
You would never see it.
no chance.
So you spent hours finding every single
Yes.
man that's ever done gay porn.
Yeah, and then-
looking at pictures, making sure he really did gay porn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then putting him on the
You
list.
take the video frame by frame, and then you do like you create a hash of each image, individual frame, and then add that to like a blocked content list in that nanny.
yes.
And it takes a while to go through every gay porn video of all time.
Yeah. But you're thorough.
But I want to make sure that that never comes up.
You never have to look
Uh-huh.
at gay porn again.
Never.
After a minor, brief period of blocking it all,
Mm-hmm.
you'll never see it again.
I'll never see it again.
And what do you think? How many years do you think?
Of course,
you have
like
left?
every week, you have to go through and validate the checksums
Of
on
course.
security files.
Yeah, I mean, you want to keep it tight. You want to run a tight ship.
Yeah, right.
You don't want any back doors.
Yeah.
You don't want any gay porn getting through the
Yeah.
back door.
And I make sure, dude, there's another guy I hang out with who he comes over and we have a set of keys, 2 keys that we have to turn at the same time.
right.
Oh, like
And-
the nuclear arsenal.
Right.
Yeah.
And that way it prevents me from, like accidentally doing anything. So we go through like a clean room, make sure there's nothing on us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, delouse yourselves.
Yeah, completely close off. We go in there and we sort of bear witness to each other, make sure nobody's up to any
No
funny
one's.
business.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody snuck a gig,
A thumb drive.
full of
Yeah.
gay porn in one of your asses.
Right.
Right.
You got to make sure.
It's kind of like
not.
Mission Impossible, the
Yeah.
room where
Mm.
Or maybe between your dick and your balls, you lift your dick up. There's one of those mini USB.
You run a full check.
Mhm.
You run a
one
full
of those
check.
mini SD cards.
Right. You
Right.
make sure that nobody's
you
got
got to be careful.
And if the
nobody's
guy's
got any SD cards hidden anywhere.
If the guy's uncircumcised, you might have to peel back his
you
foreskin.
got to check.
yeah.
Is
That
your
is-
friend is your friend uncircumcised?
I don't know. It's a different guy every time. So.
Where do you find him? Home Depot?
No, you meet guys on Craigslist.
You meet
you're like,
guys
Oh,
who are like,
hey, I'm
Craigslist.
running a straight, not looking at gay porn operation where we each have 2 keys, and we turn the keys at the same time, but we have to strip
Right.
search each
Yeah.
other beforehand.
Right. And,
And
you get a
then-
lot of guys.
Then we have to
answering.
go through the gay porn, and we run security software on
Mm-hmm.
it to make sure that we never look at it.
Dude, God bless you for being so thorough.
Yeah, prior military experience applies.
That's so awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
So I've never even seen. I mean,
Jeff Stryker have gay sex.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have I've not seen a single one of his 876 videos.
Now, Adam, what were you saying about Naomi in the green dress?
Oh, so my girlfriend
Probably, honestly, one of the first people I saw get fucked in the ass.
she really changed the game. There was a sea change from tits to
think so?
ass.
This is sort
Now
of
let's not get fucking
white girls.
crazy.
This is
for
a-
white
this
girls.
Let's not get fucking
This is,
crazy.
this is what I pointed out because he said this on stage.
It was
last night.
around 2007.
This is his version of a memory hole.
You're
thing.
out of your mind.
This
Where
is my Mandela
opinion,
effect.
His opinion changes on something, and he's like, "Well,
No.
In his mind, the entire world is just it's a projection of his emotions and opinions.
Naomi
He'd be
Russell
like-
did not switch the whole thing,
Yeah,
dude.
of course not. That's
I'm
when
saying she really
That's when
changed the
he
game.
changed, and it must be that there's like some sort of like shift in the universe. There must be.
You know there was a shift from tits to ass. At a
there
certain
must
point.
be no. There
And it was.
Yes, there was.
You really want to think it's Naomi?
I think she was definitely. She was at the vanguard of that shift.
Let me field this one real quick.
I don't
okay?
think she was.
How do you guys feel about going to McDonald's for lunch?
Is the Shamrock Shake still available?
Yes.
Till the end of March?
Yeah, no one buys it. So
It feels strange going to McDonald's in the daylight.
Oh, the only time I get it during the day, I get it Grubhubbed.
But who? That's crazy.
that's disgusting.
You get it Grubhubbed?
Yeah.
You
If
make a guy go to McDonald's, pick it up, and drive it to
If
your
I
house?
wake up,
I love that too because they're all bikes here. It's not cars. So there's
No, there's one-
like homeless
there's
people
one
that
so
have
cold.
to see.
It's probably so cold.
Homeless
by the
people
time
have
you
to
get
He
it.
gets
see
a tip.
McDonald's being delivered now to people.
I know, that's so funny.
You're
Yeah.
just like watching a Chinese bicycle go by with
An electric
a
bike.
$3.50 meal being delivered.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
the meal is $4. The total cost is $36.
I've spoken about this previously. There are mornings, like especially if I'm a little bit hungover, where I wake up and I'm like, I want Mickey breakfast, and so I just pull
I
it up
just
on my
can't do
phone,
that,
and
man.
it gets to my house in 15 minutes.
I
There's a
just-
McDonald's like not far, like by the Barclays
I
Center.
simply can't. Part of the ritual of going to McDonald's is going there. There's
What,
something
smelling the
fucked
plate
up.
place.
There was something fucked up about getting McDonald's delivered.
All right.
Something
it's-
really, really fucked
Well, I
It's
up.
guess I'm a
disgusting.
fucked up kind of guy.
You are a fucked up kind of guy.
I guess so. You know what? And I'm not gonna feel
'Cause it's
ashamed
just-
of
that
that.
food is not meant to travel.
It's not meant to travel. It's also like part of like going to McDonald's is like
I'm telling you, it gets to my house.
That's
in
the best
15
part about
minutes.
being hungover is a given night where you like black out or something. You wake up and you're like, fuck. When that first starts happening, you're filled with like guilt or whatever. But when it's like most days of your life, you're like, damn, I'm sure I said some shit.
Yeah.
But your social circle at that point's been whittled down where everyone kind of
course.
sees you as a fucking embarrassment.
Right.
Loser
Yeah.
anyways.
No one expects anything.
No one's-
from
yeah,
you.
exactly. And so you wake up and you're like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Time to go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And it's truly it's beautiful.
it is beautiful. You're in the
It's like, you know what it
passenger seat,
is?
You got
It's like
sunglasses
that
on.
scene in The Pianist
You're like,
where he's in the bombed out house playing the piano and the Nazi officer just sort of
Yeah.
watches him play beautiful music and then lets him leave.
Yeah.
That's sort of the internal emotional relationship between the remnants of your like overactive superego that you're a drunk fucking loser failure.
Well, but
it causes you to drink in the first place.
but
Then the artist in you
there's a second deal you make
that's
with
like
yourself,
I'm going to use.
which is that
Okay, go
you're
ahead.
both.
Let him finish the point.
Okay,
No, go-
sorry.
what's
We
the
got to
second
chew
deal?
up an hour, you fucking idiot.
What's the second
He
deal?
could finish. He could have
Stop,
talked
stop,
about that.
Stop, you're right.
I would have been like, you know what I would have said? Oh, is that what happened in The Pianist? And then he tells me what happened in The Pianist for 30 minutes. And then you say your point.
we can still
and then
do
we're
that.
going home.
We can still do
And then
that.
we're going to McDonald's.
Then we're going to
But
McDonald's.
no,
No.
you're Mr. Cut somebody the fuck off.
I didn't
Don't
mean
you
to.
understand how this podcast
I was
works?
trying to-
I
we
was-
use we're like Native Americans. You use every part of the buffalo.
It's,
I
every,
was
it's
trying-
also the lead in. There's a second
trying
deal.
to add-
Here's a
I was
completely
trying to add-
unrelated thing that has
I was
nothing to do
trying
with
to
it.
add.
What?
Add something completely unrelated to what I was saying. Go ahead.
You're saying, okay, that you're at a stage in your life where you've alienated everyone, where a hangover means a different thing than it once did, right? And then you get an excitement. You're like,
Sort of.
what?
That's not even exactly what he's getting at, but go ahead.
That's what I mean. You didn't listen to a word I said.
I was listening.
This better
to
have something to do with The Pianist.
No, it didn't, and I was cutting you off. I acknowledge
At least
that.
admit. And it's funny
I
it took you
acknowledge that.
30 seconds to admit it. Instead of,
Well, stop because you were filibustering.
I wasn't filibustering, you motherfucker.
Immediately,
it's
I was
so
like,
wild that literally the dynamic hasn't shifted 1 inch.
Dude, I
7
cut off.
years.
I cut off a guy. I cut off a guy with U.S. government plates or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And And then he fucking is like honking at me. And I was like speeding, and he's behind me, and he's like showing me he's got like a U.S. Marshals badge.
Well, you cut him off. You also cut.
And he's like
off
showing me the
stuff.
badge, and it's like, well, you ain't got lights, motherfucker.
That's right.
I guess you can't do anything.
Yeah, pull the lights up. You
Yeah,
fucking
let's see
idiot.
the lights. Until then, you can just fucking
can
wave
suck
your
my
badge
dick.
like a fuck. That felt great.
That must have felt
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
And he was just like trying to
He's
pull
just
you
fucking.
over.
Well, he can't. I don't think he has jurisdiction.
Yeah.
You
So
can't.
it's like,
fuck-
what? I'm supposed to respect you?
Yeah, no, of course
Fuck
not.
you.
Well, that was also a cutoff what Nick just did, but that's fine.
No, this was a recent W for me.
It's a dub, but we were talking about McDonald's breakfast.
And
Actually, we were talking about me
Adam,
being chastised.
Do you understand the flow of a conversation?
First of
okay?
all, yes.
I don't think you do.
I think a social animal.
You think you do. You have figured out how to fake understanding it better than almost anyone.
No.
But you don't actually understand the rhythms of a conversation.
I-
or better yet, something kicks in that, like when you're a little kid who knows the answer, you haven't gotten out of that, raise your hand portion.
Go fuck yourself.
Where it's like you have to
Go
fucking say
fuck
something.
yourself.
And look, I have those impulses too. A lot of comics do.
No,
Okay?
of course.
But you have to learn to control them, especially when the goal of this thing right
Is to
here
eat up
is
1
to
hour.
eat up 1 hour.
I
So whatever
can-
you do, you always have to think, am I costing us time or am I gaining us time?
like I said previously, the moment you called me out for a cutoff, I acknowledged it.
It was not the moment.
I did a shitty thing in
It
my
was not
car,
the
and I
moment.
put my hand up
also-
like
it
this.
was not the
Real quick,
moment.
before I forget,
Immediately.
I know it's not the time to do this, but I will be at Caroline's from June 23rd to 25th. I don't know when tickets are going to be available. Just giving you a heads up because Austin sold out. I also will be at in St. Louis.
Ooh, what are you doing in St. Lulu?
I don't know, whatever the fucking
Helium, probably?
Yeah, the Helium in St. Louis.
Nice.
That's also like a tentative thing, and that's,
I'm gonna be
That's
in
gonna be in May.
I'm gonna
Stay-
be in LA in June.
stay posted for.
I'm in hot Atlanta, brother. Actually, it might have just passed. I don't know.
H.
Yeah.
No, I'm in hot Atlanta, brother, this weekend, the 1st and the 2nd. And then I'm in Toronto. We just added a Friday show on the 15th of April. Then Providence, D.C., Philly. And then I'm going to take fucking 2 months off. And
You deserve it.
May 5th
Not
through
too shabby.
You're a
7th, I'll
road
be
warrior.
May 5th through 7th, I'll be in Boston, and then I guess I'm in Houston, like later. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to promote those Austin shows, and I forgot every episode.
oh, but it's
They sold. It's done. That's
yeah.
done. But like I was
Freaking
like,
the
I
Cave
gotta
will sell out with one tweet.
yeah.
yeah.
That was a great place, but I had a great time over there.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It's gonna be exciting to see how much of an hour I can even do.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
you'll be fine.
You'll be good.
Oh, well, I don't know, man. I'm looking at old sets. I'm like, I got an hour easy, but
Your phone's about to slide off the couch.
that's fine. I got an hour easy, and I look at it, and it's all like fucking, like topical shit from like 2015.
You should just do that.
Yeah.
I will.
That was funny. That was funny last night, realizing on stage that James Holmes is like
yeah, 10.
is like Leno doing a Monica
it
Lewinsky
is. It's
joke.
literally.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's
It is.
like
It was
it's
10 years
ancient
ago.
news.
They'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, you hear about this? This guy shot
Subway
up the
Jared
theater?"
is like that too. At
Subway
this-
Jared isn't as old as James Holmes, but Subway Jared was like 2014, 2015.
Really?
The
Yes.
fall of Subway Jared is fresher.
Yeah.
Subway Jared is a
Uh-huh.
guy.
James Holmes was 2012.
Right.
That was
10 years.
ago.
Damn.
10 years of slave.
Want to feel old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to feel old?
Damn.
What's that guy? Is he dead? Did they kill
No,
him?
he's still
He's in the
prison.
loony bin, probably.
Yeah.
He's at Arkham Asylum.
He's at Arkham.
Mhm.
Did
You know
You
what I
guys see
feel-
the new one?
You know what I
Yeah,
feel bad
Batman?
for him?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
let's talk about
he's
it.
missed a lot of good Batman movies.
He has.
Like, yeah, he probably thought the second one was going to be the best, but that's like,
Yeah.
they're fucking, like, they're not showing him the patents and shit in prison.
No.
No.
And that was a good one.
Because why? He killed a
I loved
3-month-old?
it. And he would have liked it because it was goth.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, though, with those guys. Those guys are all weird about Batman.
He was, yeah, he was.
If he was apparently comics guys really like this new one.
Was that?
Comics guys. Like
Yeah.
guys from that like the Batman comics.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe James Holmes would have liked it.
That's so funny that you can just present yourself as an authority on Batman.
Yeah.
Well, I'm into the comics.
Yeah,
Phil,
yeah.
Phil feels like that. I went with him. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. That the third hour dragged, but the first 2 hours were really.
I thought that was a joke that it was actually 3 hours because somebody told me it was 3 hours. I'm like, well, I'm never going to see that movie.
It should have been 2.
I think
the first 2 were fucking hard dick.
The Nolan Batmans were like 3 hours.
No, they weren't.
They were long as shit.
They were 2.5, I think.
Yeah.
Batman Begins is a 3-hour movie.
Not Batman Begins.
Dark
Batman
Knight,
Begins
maybe.
It was a nice 2, I believe.
Batman Begins rocked.
I don't know. I saw that in
Batman
Pensacola,
Begins was
Florida.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I saw that in Pensacola, Florida, the day after going to like this enormous fish fry
Yeah.
that almost killed me.
What kind of fish?
I don't know, just like, I guess
Batman Begins,
catfish,
2 hours
fucking
20.
whatever, just
Damn.
deep fried.
2:20 and then what?
The Dark Knight 2:30.
2:30.
Dark Knight Rises, which felt overstuffed, 2:45.
See.
The Batman 2:56. The Batman the original, the one with Jack Nicholson, a brisk 2 hours.
Yeah.
Same with the second one, which is really fucking good with DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Dude, she's a 10.
Anthony DeVito's in that movie?
Anthony DeVito was in Batman
Yeah.
Returns.
It was right after you guys.
Hey, I guess it's Batman.
I guess I'm the Penguin.
I guess I'm a penguin? Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw my boy DeVito. We had both happened to be in St. Louis at the same time. It was it's so nice to hop on the same LaGuardia flight with your friend.
Yeah.
And then be like,
Accidentally?
bro, let's get lunch. Let's
That's
fucking
awesome.
hang afterwards.
Yeah.
It was great. Shout out to fucking Tony DeVito, one of the hardest cocked soldiers out there.
I've never run into anyone on a plane.
It was a thrilling feeling.
I ran into Al Franken on a plane.
I've been doing this thing where I like to
You didn't
fake
run into
out.
him.
If I'm on a plane,
You
we're
or-
old
saw
friends.
Al Franken.
I like
we
to
know
fake
each other.
out. Fake out.
You don't know
women
each other at all.
That are
We're
sitting
colleagues.
by
We're both-
themselves.
You're not colleagues.
We're both
You like,
rapists
when you
together.
get the
That's true.
if there's like a woman sitting,
Yeah,
by
on
herself,
the
or
plane.
whatever, you slow down. You're like, "Ch-ch-ch-ch-ch," and then you can see them get uncomfortable. No, you're gonna sit down, and then you keep moving. You know?
Yeah, you sit down, you pretend it's your seat, you smell her
Mm-hmm.
because you're like, oops, sorry. And then you're like, wait a second, I'm all the way in the back of the plane.
Yeah. No, I should sit. You sit down, and then when someone comes by and they're like, "Excuse me, I think this is my seat." You're like, "God damn it!" Like, fuck! Yeah.
Fuck this!
Yeah. I never get to sit next to the fucking girl. Fine, have your seat, ma'am.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck
The stewardess is
Delta.
like, "Sir," and you're like, "I am the air marshal."
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That would be really fucking good.
You already have the tray down.
Yeah.
You somehow have
You're
the
already
snacks.
eating. Yeah,
You got
you
the
have-
snack. You got the little Biscoff cookies.
Yeah, you brought your own. You brought your own Biscoffs.
You found the only
Yeah.
store that actually sells them that's not a plane.
Dude, you guys ever get the Biscoff butter? I think we talked about
Yeah.
this. That's
Cookie
good
butter.
shit.
Yeah.
That makes the dick sing like Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, it is a decadent treat.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
If you want your dick to get really stiff, spread that on a Biscoff cookie.
Oh my god.
Now we're fucking
You're
getting
crazy. You're
That makes a
crazy.
great sandwich.
You get to the front page of Reddit with that. If you
Dude.
posted that,
I would win the internet.
you would win the internet. You get so much gold.
I love gold. What the fuck does you get? What is gold? I don't fucking get Reddit, man.
Reddit's fucking gay, dude. It is like
You get like likes or gold?
Reddit's really good for like if you need to like solve a problem or something. Like you have something you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Reddit's better than Quora or
Right,
like, WikiHow or any of that.
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I
Like,
didn't-
anytime I need to do anything, I just search like, like I don't know, fucking like how to like
Suck a man's asshole Reddit.
Yeah, like how to rewire a lamp. You just hit Reddit in the Google search and you'll find,
Gotcha.
like that kind of shit. It's always way
Yeah.
better. But
Block out every gay porn ever made. Reddit.
Yeah, but those
Start
are.
a gay database.
I'm the one that figured that out.
Yeah, that's you.
You know,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna catch my ass helping nobody. You want to figure that shit
You
out?
gotta make
do
sure
it
you're
on your own.
less gay than everyone in the world, huh?
Yeah, I don't want people playing catch up.
This is the one time where you're against sharing intellectual property.
Yeah, well, it's not intellectual property. I just figured something out on my own. The world is not entitled to it.
Yeah.
If it was a beautiful song, then sure, have that.
Couldn't you argue that
Some secret, the fountain.
cheating homosexuality is the most beautiful song of all time.
No, the Fountain of Youth. A single pill you can take that makes you live forever, taller, and not gay. If I discovered that,
Yeah.
I would keep that to myself.
You wouldn't share that with me and Sav?
No.
That's so you.
Well, at least we know that you haven't discovered it because you're short and gay.
Yeah, you're short and gay.
So the one day
Yeah,
we
but
come
one
here
day-
and you're not gay
I'm
and you're
6'4".
tall.
You're diminutive.
I just this is like Tom Selleck.
Yeah. You're fucking tall. You're so nice.
Just big.
You don't fucking make mean jokes about anything.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
happy.
Guys. They're like, did you discover that pill? I'm like, what are you talking
What are
about? I'm
you-
the same guy I've always been.
I love you guys.
Now, how's the family, fellas?
Enough about me.
Enough about me. We got
How
burgers
about
on the
you?
grill.
Yeah.
Sit back. You're drinking a beer because you're not
Yeah,
an
right.
alcoholic anymore.
Yeah, you can just enjoy a
Having
beer.
Having a beer. Wearing khakis. I have a family of 12. You can see my dick going, like, turning the corner at my knee and going halfway down my calf. What's new with you?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Nice,
that sounds
Nick.
great.
That
Yeah.
sounds wonderful.
You're good at so many things. You should be happy.
I would honestly would not.
Ian, you just bear hug Ian. That gratitude's working for me, buddy. Kiss him on the cheek. Thanks, Nick.
Right.
Ian wants to suck your cock so bad.
I'm like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm looking in the mirror, smiling, and I'm like, I have to take the pill every hour. And the pills fall down the toilet. I'm like, no. And then I come out and like half my face is like decaying. There's just bubbles coming out. Like one hand turns into a claw. And then I become a monster, which is actually then
Wow.
the dark side of that.
That's wow.
I turn into a little 3-foot goblin.
Yeah.
That just breathes
mean
and
gay
spits
goblin.
acid. Yeah. And just have a big vagina instead of an asshole.
Just a huge pussy that starts at the small of your back and goes all the way to where your balls should be.
But I run out of my own house. My family's like, he'll be back. He's got more of the pills. He just. It's just that one thing. He made enough of them. Don't worry.
Fuck. I would love those pills.
Oh my
I don't
God.
need them though.
Yeah.
I don't need them either.
Well, you
I
need
mean,
them.
but that'll never happen. They can't even make a COVID vaccine. You expect
That's
them
true.
to make a
Pill would get your dick big.
pill that makes
Makes
you
you
Too
handsome
tall
and
and
not
not
gay.
gay.
Honestly, it's truly just the emotional implications I would want out of a pill.
Yeah.
And they do make those, and I refuse to take them.
Right. Nah, you're a fucking au naturel warrior, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're out there fucking grinding up mental health pastes.
Yeah.
You know?
Lexapro?
Mm-hmm.
Or like Lexa.
Does anyone have Xanax if you're listening? I'm
Do you
having
fuck
a
with
hard
benzo?
time sleeping.
I've never been a benzo guy.
I think they're great.
They're great.
I love pills.
My sleep
They're
schedule's
so
been fucked
nice.
up. I've been
Yeah.
hitting spots again, and like no matter what,
It
like
fucks you up completely.
well, I can go to bed. I mean, I get home and I fall asleep, but I'm a morning guy now. It's early, so I'm just up at 6, no matter what. I don't
Yeah.
set an alarm. I'm up, and even if I don't get up, the fucking cat'll start fucking like bothering me at fucking 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you take benzos to sleep, it's like not proper sleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
It doesn't
then.
count as good sleep.
Muscle relaxers then.
Well,
Poppers.
poppers don't put you to
Poppers?
sleep.
Your asshole gets so big.
Yeah. Honestly, you should try like meditating or doing yoga late at night or something.
I honestly should.
Or,
But
or,
dude, you know what?
or
It's
what time do you try to go to bed? What time do you want to be asleep?
I'd love to be asleep by fucking.
Are you
1
not smoking
a.m.
weed anymore?
By 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
So then at like
You're off the
11:45, phone on a charger somewhere else, it's gone.
It's never in my bed.
Yeah,
I
but
always
but
fucking.
like an hour before, and then get a book and like read. Make sure
Yeah.
the last hour is like reading.
No, that's honestly literally what I do.
Okay, well do it harder. Do it more.
It's so funny because it's like I do a couple things that are good for you,
Yeah.
and so many people talk about them like their life. Like whenever when I'm talking about wanting to lose weight, people are like, "Dude, just cut out drinking soda." It's like I don't
Yeah.
drink soda.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I don't know. It's like that's the same thing with this, where it's like, put your phone away.
Yeah, you
Go to
really
bed.
don't eat much. I don't understand how.
I have a bad metabolism,
Yeah.
and I go sicko mode when
There
I
is
do eat.
there is some truth to that. I think like like you do fuck up your hormones, where your body's like, yeah, I'm supposed to be 400 million pounds, and then like your like nutrient partitioning fucks up. So you're like more likely to store things as fat than like muscle.
Well, it's weird, dude. Literally the first day after fucking trying to eat, coming back from the road, it's like, and I eat vegetables, my body's like, what the fuck is this gay bullshit?
Mhm.
And I get like a stomach ache and
Diarrhea.
my dick doesn't get hard.
Yeah. It's
know?
bad for you.
It's bad for me.
It's bad for you.
I've been
My
back
body
on the-
tries to tell me no vegetables.
Been back on the beach, smoothies every day.
Nice.
Are you working out, Sav?
Nah, dude. Honestly, Nick,
I just
like
started again.
comedy
It's
is
helped me
ruining my
sleep.
like
I'm-
touring is ruining my life.
After this, I'm gonna go
Truly.
sign up
It
for a
kills
gym,
you.
It
for
really
a gym
does.
membership.
It's like being a troop.
That's good.
Because I like work out here, but I really have to get the cardio in, which I started doing like for the first time in like probably literally ever, like consistent like cardiovascular.
I've been back
exercise.
for the last 3 weeks.
It's I always hated it, but it feels like really nice to know that I'm like doing something that's like just healthy
yeah.
Right.
rather than being like
Yeah, for the first time, I'm working out just to be
because the
for,
other
like,
kind of working
for
out,
my
like
future,
strength training
not
or whatever,
not to look hot.
that's
Yeah.
like that's sort of like it's like a
Not to look hot.
fucking morbid.
All the other working out you've done to look hot.
Yeah, of course, man.
Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean? I can't be in the fucking steam room at David Barton Gym's.
Dude, don't make
Not
Nick
looking-
show that picture. Okay?
Everyone needs to make a change in their
Don't
life,
make
okay?
Nick show that
It
picture.
was nice. Some guy came to the show last night, and he was like, "Yeah, you look like you're doing all right, I guess, you know."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "I'm trying, you know, or whatever." And he's like, "Adam looks like way worse than I thought he would."
Why do you say that?
What
He
do you
was
mean?
trying to ingratiate himself.
No, he was like,
Yes,
I thought,
he was.
no, but he didn't say it in a
probably.
mean
He was
way.
trying to act like he was
a
part of
very
the
nice
crew.
guy there with his wife.
No, you fell for it, dude. You
You
fell
might have
for it.
fallen for it, unfortunately.
All right, well, I mean, there was some truth.
His
to what he
nice
said.
wife, that was a prostitute
And I'll
that he
have you know-
hired to go to Funny Moms.
Look, I'm telling you,
That is true.
That was not a prostitute. Yeah.
All right, we're back to trashing him. All right,
Yeah,
I
okay,
like this.
yeah.
Okay.
But I'll have you know, Adam, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I shit on him for saying
That's good.
Thank you.
So I defended
Thank
you.
you.
I was like, Adam looks good. I don't
It is
have
funny when
It'd
anything.
be
people
nice
try
if you gave
and
me
get
some of those
overly
compliments
familiar.
to my face. You know.
Well, the
No.
pill doesn't exist yet, Adam. So
All right. Well,
we got to get R&D going. Before.
And you know what? You started off on the wrong foot by I started this day Olive Branch. What do you think? Why don't we all get McDonald's together? Oh, I only get McDonald's delivered.
No, that's not what I said.
I can only have my
I said that
my
I've been in the
Mickey's.
habit.
I only
Mickey's.
have my Mickey's in the morning when it's delivered directly to my domicile.
That's exactly what you sound
That's
like,
how.
Adam.
Yeah, right. When
You
I-
sound exactly like that.
I sound like my
Oh,
my corset is too tight.
You know, I would never venture further than the Garden District for Mickey's. My
I
breakfast
am-
Mickey's.
I am wilting in this heat.
When I smell the delightful odor of my sausage McGriddle traipsing down Elysian fields directly to my doorstep as delivered by a 4'11" man of the Orient via an electric bicycle, I know it's going to be a beautiful day on the Lord's earth because I'm a fag. You understand?
So true.
I am a Cajun
That last
fairy.
part is so fucking true
I'm
about Adam.
I'm a fancy boy.
Oh, I forgot he was
Cajun
doing
fairy.
I forgot that this was mean to me. I was just enjoying the bid,
Who
actually.
must have his Mickey's delivered, and who could never, in a million years, just go get McDonald's with one of his.
I never
friends.
said that I didn't want to go with you. I said I've only been getting it delivered recently.
I would go to McDonald's.
Yeah,
I would go.
you're listening to the Fancy Southern Fag podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Up shit's ass.
Up shit's ass.
I got myself with that one.
That's a good one, brother. That's a real motherfucking good one.
Up shit's.
Up shit's ass with a cock. Without a pussy.
I love innuendo that bails.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's one of my favorite my favorite gay name
Dude, the audience
we
didn't
ever
laugh
made
at it
was
all
Suck
last.
More Dick Is.
Last night,
the
but-
glove?
No, dude, that got me.
That was so good.
What is it?
Adam's saying his dream. We asked some guy in the audience what his dream was. He's like, to work with like motion graphics. And I was like,
Like, learn the Adobe Suite.
yeah, basically.
We're like,
He said, yeah, he wanted to work with motion. That was his dream.
Yeah.
He quit his job to pursue that dream. And Adam was like, my dream would be a male porn star. And it would be like he's like the biggest male porn star or something. It would be cool to be like the most famous male porn star, but you're always like fully clothed and you just like finger.
Yeah.
You're like looking at the camera and you're like fingering. But then your thing is you have like a cool glove.
Yeah.
That you wear, like a Michael Jackson glove.
Sure.
And then that would be the most famous male porn star.
The glove.
The glove.
I like that.
Gary Payton.
I like that. And they're fingerless gloves.
Yeah, of course, dude. You gotta have style.
Yeah. And
Gotta
you're just
have
at the
style.
AVN.
You gotta wait. I have like a carpal tunnel cast on.
Yeah. Well, I'll be signing pictures from 11 a.m. to noon, and then it's time for my Mickeys in my hotel room.
Mickey's.
You called it that too, dude. You called it Mickey's.
Yeah, Mac.
Did you?
Yeah, he did. That's why I said it.
That stinks.
Oh no, you even missed it.
You're
because
fucking gay.
everything
dude.
he was saying was so good. You missed him saying like, "I'll get Mickey's delivered."
Mickey's.
And
You know
it's
what?
There in 5 minutes.
Ugh. That shit shouldn't be delivered, bro. We're breaking some kind of covenant
Listen,
with God
you're
when we're getting Mickey D's and fucking Taco Bell
I
delivered.
live a crazy life, man.
You don't.
I live a crazy life.
Look, I'm gonna sit here and say there was a time in my life Popeyes was delivery. I would
Yeah.
get it, but it's just a fucked up experience.
I have the Popeyes
You gotta
app.
be there.
I'll be honest
I have
with you.
points right now on the Popeyes app.
There's a reason that Chinese food and pizza is like the number one delivery thing. It's because like those are the only two things that travel well.
They travel. Yeah, they travel.
You know what does not
Seamless-
travel well,
seamless-
and which I wouldn't order from
seamless-
McDonald's, is hamburgers. You don't order a hamburger.
Seamless was the biggest mistake of all time. Let me know one person who's actually used Seamless
I use it all the time.
and enjoyed it.
I enjoy almost
Yeah,
every
all the
meal I
time.
have.
Literally nobody.
I mean, I get plenty of sushi. I get plenty of.
Sushi is terrible delivered.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, yes it is.
It's not.
No, you got to watch the guy cook it, or do the cut.
There's
The
no
cut.
You don't
cooking.
cook
The
it.
sorting.
You prepare it.
You know what? You know what word I mean. You know what I mean by cook.
Look, it's better. Most things are better.
Yeah. It's
at
like when
the
you say to a
plate.
bitch, like, "Oh, are you gonna cook cookies tonight?" She's like, "Oh, you mean baking?" It's like, "Bitch, they're called cookies." So
It's not the same thing.
why
at
don't
all.
you fucking? Why don't you go?
It's not the same.
It
thing.
is. Why don't you go to
No,
the?
but Nick's being misogynistic, so we have to support
I
it.
Because I said
agree.
bitch.
I
Yeah.
agree with the.
It's misogynistic to think women can't be bitches. Women can be whatever they want.
That's so
they
true.
choose to be bitches.
They can be
lot.
a bitch. They could be a lover. They could be a child.
They could be a slut.
They could
I'm
be
a
a-
bitch. I'm a child lover. I'm a sinner. Wait,
I'm a female
Tom Myers voice?
pedophile.
Wait a minute. What was that middle part? I heard Hillary Clinton's having sex with children. Pulling his pants up.
Oh, I'm gonna sign up to be an intern. The best bit of all time.
Yeah.
Wanting
That he wants to
Hillary
fuck
Clinton.
her.
It is weird. You do comedy long enough, and like I can't tell you. I can no longer understand both. Like, because when I was like 19, you'd watch Tom,
Yeah.
and you it was just everyone understood why this was bad.
Right.
Right.
Now I watch Tom. I'm like, this is good. Like, this is good.
Yeah.
This is very good.
This is like
It's transcended for me.
yeah.
for
I
sure.
know he's like somehow now, but he was like way ahead of his time, but in a way where like. You know, like a homeless person would be ahead of its time if the entire economy collapsed and everyone was living outside.
right.
And be like, wow, who knew these guys had their finger on the pulse?
Yeah.
Now we're all shitting ourselves and living in boxes.
Right. Yes. God damn.
This guy's got tactical skills.
I would love. The problem is, I feel like we'd be persona non grata at a Tom Myers show. But I would
Yeah,
love
Tom.
to attend.
You know, it
Honestly,
sucks. That's like one of my
before
biggest
the
regrets.
show,
But
before
biggest-
the show ends, we gotta squash the beef. We
don't-
got.
You
I don't
understand
think we can squash
that's
it.
literally impossible. It can't happen. This is one of my biggest
Listen.
fuck ups is not
Listen.
understanding like yeah, and it's
Being
obvious.
mean
No,
and
not
bullying.
being mean, but like Tom was like sort of just this like spectacle that existed
Yeah.
back when like we were just like essentially just
We were
open micers.
Yeah.
And even when
Yeah.
I had been working the road, nobody knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
Everyone from the scene knew Tom. And it was kind of this funny thing. And then you get like a little bit of success, and it's like you don't really gauge how big the audience is or whatever. You
Yeah.
continue just living your life.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, Tom's this funny thing. And then Tom blows up into this thing. And that, like, I don't know. I don't really know how Tom's head works. But at some point, he realized that it's like, fucking with him or whatever.
Right.
in a way that Joe Robinson used to do all the time.
Right. We actually got him fans.
Well, I don't want to present it in a way where it's like,
No, but
actually,
it is true.
I did a good thing for Tom.
No, we didn't do a
we
good
didn't
thing.
No, we were
Bold
bullying.
We didn't do a good thing,
Yeah.
but at least the other types of bullying was just to humiliate him.
Right.
Yeah.
This was a little column A, little column B.
And I think to some extent he does have some notion that every attempt we've had at destruction has only made him stronger.
He's fucking.
I think he feels,
He's
and that,
on his
that makes me
Nietzsche
happy.
shit.
Yeah,
You know, we tried to kill him and it made him stronger.
yeah.
Mhm.
And he is. He's fucking. The man cannot be beaten, and I love him honestly. Some of my most cherished memories are his album recording, and that contest I did at EJ's Landing.
Mm.
I think that's what he's mad at me about. Somebody tagged me in something. He's mad that I said that he. I think he said something racist or something. I don't know.
One of the best moments of all time was at EJ's Landing, and it was like this had to have been like 2007, 8.
Yeah.
And he's just shitting on the Orioles. And these like two guys just walked. They were done. They like paid their. They were just done at the bar. The bar was empty. And he's like, "Oh, that's a little too much for you."
Yeah, this is the truth teller walking them, shitting on BJ Circle.
Yeah.
He really went there. God.
Oh fuck. All right, if we don't get McDonald's, what are some other options?
Wendy's, Burger King.
Yeah.
You're on a fast food kick?
No, I kind of just wanted McDonald's. I kind of wanted to go sit at McDonald's, and like have.
Sure.
But, I'm kind of. There's no good McDonald's around here.
That is a bummer because the more you're talking about it, the more I'm interested.
I kind of wanted to hit a McDonald's on the road early morning, kind of.
Sure, that vibe. Yeah,
The vibe, like
that's
we got a
great
long
vibe.
drive ahead of us. Like, we're
But
just
let's
checking.
savor this for
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I
Just give me the fuel.
I didn't really
I
go
need.
on McDonald's as much as a kid, but I remember going with my uncle and my cousins, and we went to McDonald's, and I didn't know what a hash brown was, and my cousin knew what a hash brown was, and he got it, and he loved the hash brown.
The first time you get a hash brown there, you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is
Right.
this?
It's also you
How'd they
smell
do this with fries?
McDonald's, and I remember having it
Oh,
and
yeah.
being like, "This is what that fucking smell." was.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
There's a hack to get the fries hot every time.
You ask no salt.
No salt. I think you told me that. Now that I said that.
Who do you think knows more about how to get better food in a fast food place, me or you?
Me, probably.
No.
Just the fact that you would even try to present his own information back then.
No, I'm trolling.
in such a way.
I'm trolling. It was
No.
a troll.
But you know what? I wish I had a vuvuzela just blow it directly in your face.
You
right
know
now.
that's my
Just a
culture. You know I'm
long-
South African.
Just a long vuvuzela.
You know that's my culture.
which is why it's a just punishment for what you just did.
To get
true.
If I
vuvuzela.
fucking put it directly from sitting from here,
They are so loud.
a 6.5 foot vuvuzela, and I just blew it directly in your face, and it breaks your glasses, and the shards go into your eyes.
That would be a just punishment.
For trying to give him his McDonald's tips and tricks.
No, of course Sav knows more.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I would never.
Thank you.
I would never.
Apology
Are people still
accepted.
saying life hack?
I think so.
Well, McDonald's, going back to McDonald's, they tried to ride off the TikTok trend of menu hacks.
Right.
So recently, when I
They
ordered,
put it on the menu,
it was
but
on
they
the menu.
tell you have to put it together.
but you still have to construct it. That's exactly
the
what I was
fuck
going
is
to say.
that?
Right.
Don't-
yeah.
It's not on the fucking menu.
Yeah. They have the air, land, and sea, where it's like you put a burger and a fish fillet together.
and chicken nuggets.
You know it's called a filet-o fish,
Yes.
but everyone calls it fish fillet. That's Mandela effect.
No, it's not.
no.
Yes,
First
it
of all,
is.
not
Don't
every.
say it that
I've
way.
called it.
That's a
I've called
Mandela
it a
effect.
filet of fish my entire.
It's definitely a
fucking life.
filet of fish.
I say fish fillet.
That's
'cause
only
you're
because the
wrong.
Kanye song.
Oh,
What's
fish
she order?
fillet.
Fish fillet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. You have one thing, you have an opinion or something, and you pretend it's like
It's
and
a
then
global
suddenly-
phenomenon.
Yeah, exactly. you do this all the time.
I'm telling you, Naomi Russell
It's
changed
not.
the
She
world.
did not.
She changed the world, and I'm
Yeah.
honoring her.
Let's
legacy.
trace this.
You know what's is funny
Let's
because
really trace
the
this.
irony is like 90% of the time this process happens in reverse, where you'll watch a movie and then you'll look at Metacritic and you'll be like, I guess I really liked it. You like everything.
Metacritic?
Yeah, you look at it. Okay, what is Metacritic?
No, that's not what I look at.
You know what it is.
You
though.
know what it
Don't
is.
act like
What?
you've never even heard of it.
That's
Yeah.
not what I look at.
You internalize all these other things, your opinions you are received. But then when you have an authentic, genuine opinion, You can't even identify it as your own.
No, you're.
You have
you
to
know
think
what,
it's
Adam?
something that
I'll tell you
happens.
something.
Jennifer Lopez started fat asses.
I'm saying on white girls. The fat ass white
No,
girl.
no,
No.
because it happened like everything else. White women stole it from minorities.
Of course.
Jennifer
I'm
Lopez
saying
was the first. That was the ass revolution, where everybody's talking about asses.
white porn actresses prior to Naomi. The ideal.
It all started because of J-Lo, you fucking idiot.
I'm saying in porn.
She's the shit
The
that
ideal
you were
for
looking
white
for.
girls was hard, fake, big titties.
I think the
That
shift
was
was
not the
9/11 to me,
You think
in
the
my mind.
9/11
think so?
changed everything.
9/11
And
changed.
to go
everything.
Fat
back
asses?
to go back to
Yeah.
what you said, Nick.
Because if you're jumping
that
off
really-
a plane, if you're jumping off a building, you want to land on a big
I don't
fat
even
ass.
think it was that specific. I think people were like, "Well, some change it up." Obviously,
we
gotta
we're
go
The
doing
world's
something wrong.
changed.
Yeah,
Titties are
We
out.
gotta
ass
go
yeah.
are
fast.
Do
out.
some soul searching.
And you know what? I'll never forgive the Saudis for that.
Yeah.
As one of the
Muhammad Atta, you prick.
I'm still out here all about titties. I'm not some Johnny come lately, and I'm pointing at somebody in this room
I
right
think
now.
that titties.
Adam.
Okay.
I'm not some
This is gonna
fucking
upset
Johnny
you.
come lately.
This is gonna upset you guys, but I feel like titties.
Whatever you're gonna say is gonna be so fucking stupid.
Titties are coming back. People
They
talk
ain't
about.
never left, brother.
People are talking about big mommy milkers.
If I just had
Okay.
a couple of ninja stars right now, I don't even need a lot, just a couple.
Can I be honest? I'll be pissed if they come back in a major way because it's nice being the guy that loves tits when the whole world is ass crazy.
Stop! You were never the guy.
I
that
am
likes
the guy
tits.
that likes tits.
You're not. The
In this
only-
in this threesome right here, yes, I am.
Well, Nick's gay,
and you're gay too.
I'm
no,
not
I
even-
just like girls that
I'm
are
not
mean
even
to me.
gay. I just have I don't care.
You're gay.
That's gay.
And Adam, you're a fucking poser who likes girls up until recently that weighed the same as you,
Okay.
80 pounds.
I just wish I could love
First of all-
somebody without feeling trapped.
First of
That's
all,
what-
you
sure,
gotta
and I'm with
that.
you there.
That's
But
what I want.
we're not even getting that deep. We're talking about.
That's where it starts.
Everyone
that's,
knows-
For me, that's right up front.
Everyone
No,
knows
no,
that
no.
out
Yeah,
of
it
the
is.
three of
you
us,
need a couple months where you're sucking titties and happy, and
Everyone-
then that hits you.
That doesn't make me happy.
No,
that makes me
after
that makes
the
me
bust,
feel
you're
even
not
more
happy.
alone. Not even after the even
bust.
before. Even before the entire
No,
process.
I think the first 2 months I feel great, and then I start thinking,
Yeah.
and then I have to fight through those thoughts because they're all wrong.
Well, you need to come over to my side and be a lover boy.
And then the worst part is
I am
people
a
are like,
lover
"Oh, well,
boy."
you need to
No.
go to therapy." It's like, yeah,
it's not
sure.
about therapy.
Well, you do have to go to therapy.
Sure, that's
You're one of the most
answer.
therapy-needing motherfuckers I've ever met in my
That's
life.
the answer. Talking to an even dumber bitch that I can't even fuck. That's the solution. I pay
Well, first of all,
I pay a
Nick-
woman I can't even fuck.
First of all, Nick.
That
Who's-
is
First
yeah.
of all,
hideous.
Nick, you're allowed to fuck them, and they're legally not allowed to say anything.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Like
remember, when,
Hippocratic
I
oath.
remember when he started going to therapy, and he's like, "Dude, I think the therapist wants to fuck me," and it's like, you should find another therapist to talk to about thinking that.
No.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking just
Your opinion
It's
of me
wild.
is so low.
No, it's not. It's high. Look, I think you experience a type of spiritual freedom that very few. You have like a healthy narcissism.
No, that's
which
not
is very
true.
rare in these days because no matter what, you can't
That's
escape
literally
it.
not true.
Everyone's so up
No.
their own ass these days.
You do not think I
You
have,
have the
He has an
you don't
unhealthy
think,
narcissism.
You don't think I
It's
have
like it's the way like everyone's kind of
oh
like
my
racist or
God.
prejudiced, but there's like one guy that's like he's got like that kind of 50s racism.
The most
and still,
fucking
but it's like I just don't think blacks and whites should get married.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to go see a picture show and maybe have a glass of pop. You're like,
Oh
well, this
my
guy's
God.
happy.
Yeah.
The most
It's not like there's a war coming. He doesn't
Right.
have that energy. That's Adam's relationship with narcissism.
No, that's
Right.
not true.
Everyone else is like, I fucking hate myself. I'm like ugly or whatever, but I'll post the best picture of myself I can on social media.
Right.
So make everyone else feel bad and think,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how most people operate. Adam, on the other hand, is like, everyone has my opinions. And I look really good.
And by the way, your opinion is not that tits are good.
No.
That's my opinion.
Not everyone has my opinions.
I
wanna make this
actually
clear.
invented going to McDonald's.
I never said that.
Yeah, but you thought it.
No, I didn't.
I was actually the first. I invented
McDonald's is not my thing.
Adam sees a new
They've
service.
served
It
a billion-
He gets Tidal. He's like, I came up with signing up for Tidal.
The Jay-Z.
You were on
streaming
Tidal
service.
for a while.
You
You
were.
were,
I just had
an early adopter
I had
of
a
Tidal.
I had a login. I wasn't
Yeah.
paying for it.
My thing is, I say dead.
I remember that because Tidal. It was hard to get Tidal for a while.
Yeah.
And they would only put Beyonce. They had a good Jay-Z on title to make you get it, and you had access.
You know, it's funny. I've been trying to
him.
like cut down caffeine too. You know, because like.
All right, we'll just move on from those insulting
on.
things you said about my character.
We're moving on.
Well, listen, I don't know what the fuck Nick's talking about, but I believe that you don't like tits as much as you pretend to, and I've always liked tits
not true.
way more than you. And that's not even. There's no even way for you to pretend that what I said is not true, because everyone knows it.
Okay,
it's out there in the public record.
The most second
What are you
grade
doing in
conversation.
What's that?
What are you doing in Toronto?
This place called some theater. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, what are you doing? Like, what do you got plans?
Probably just do comedy.
Link
I don't
up-
really.
link
Yeah,
up
there's
with-
there's some friends out there I'd like to see. If you know,
They can't see the facial expression. It was like
really
20 minutes
funny.
about like I like titties, I like sucking on titties or whatever. Like, there's some friends. I might say.
Some associates.
Well, that's a separate discussion.
Yeah. Sav wants to see some colleagues, and
I want to check in with some colleagues.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Toronto was fucking sick. I'm excited to go back. But the problem is I booked this fucking tour like when I was like excited to be on the road.
Yeah.
And
now
now
you're
I'm
exhausted.
so done with it, dude.
Yeah.
Luckily everything left is East Coast.
Yeah.
Because the fucking time zones fuck you up and like.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill this shit up. I guess I should try to do this special move like everybody else does.
Oh, I know this
Go on the
isn't
road for a while.
This
like,
isn't
at
the
end of
time
it-
to announce it, but I have merchandise on the way, folks.
You're right. It's not the time to
Shut
announce it.
up. To claim, okay. First
you're-
of all, this is
Yeah.
pathetic.
You
to
don't like tits.
This is
Yeah.
pathetic.
You don't
okay,
like
Sav,
tits.
the accusation that
We can
Sav
look
is
at-
levying.
we can look at your record,
is
bitch.
so
I mean, it's like
PG and
fucking-
fine.
no.
What
We can-
Nick
Yeah,
is
we
saying,
can look at both of our records.
Yes.
what Nick is saying.
Who's
is that
on the fucking record, bro?
You're saying no. I'm not taking issue with anything you've said. It doesn't matter who likes tits more.
It does, and it's me.
No, it doesn't matter. It literally
does
doesn't
matter, and it's me.
It doesn't matter.
It does, and it's me.
It literally
Go
does not
on.
matter.
It
Anyway,
does matter, it's
if
me.
you want that
Keep
title,
going.
I want you to feel
I don't
good.
want it. I have it.
Okay,
I have it.
So
I don't
enjoy
want
it,
it.
dude.
I can't help but
hang
have
your
it.
banner in the rafter.
Maybe I will.
Likes tits more than Adam Banner.
Yeah, without question. I don't even need a banner.
1989 to
do that to
do the
question mark,
2020
question mark,
yeah,
question
yeah,
mark.
Okay, fine. But
Yeah.
what Nick was saying was that I'm an empty vessel who is incapable
I don't think that's true.
Of
the two of you.
self-reflection and incapable that my narcissism prohibits me
Adam, have
from
you ever heard of anything called projection?
yeah, of course.
Okay, so
The most repressed man on the planet is pathologizing me right
and
now.
that's all you need to know.
Okay, fine. I didn't need even to
The most repressed man on the planet.
yeah.
Oh fuck! We
That's-
really do need to figure out what we're gonna have for lunch because it's almost the episode's almost over.
Well, it's been a great one.
And I don't want to make the decision on my own time.
Yeah.
So we have to talk through this in the
We're on
final
their
2 minutes.
time.
You said McDonald's. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe a burger or a sandwich of some kind.
Okay. Or we're just gonna go to the deli.
We'll probably just end up going to the deli, I guess.
That's fine.
But am I going to get fries at the deli? That's the question.
Um,
I've never gotten fries there.
Do they have a fucking oil thing?
I assume so. Nick, they have fries there, right?
Fries where?
At the deli?
At the penis store?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
No, I'm being bothered. I'm
Sav,
being,
I
I'm being
don't.
bothered.
I don't want to cut you off, and it might make you upset, but I wanted to read you this
Hold
quick
on.
post on Quora
What
about
time is it?
58.
We don't got time to be
This will
reading
take.
posts.
This will take 10
We
seconds.
haven't decided. I guess we are going to the deli, huh?
We're going to
All
the
right,
deli.
fuck it.
Okay.
We're going to the deli.
So this is the Quora thread about does Naomi Russell have HIV? And this guy Charles, he says, "God, I hope not. Even after all these years, I still have a soft spot for her. She really got me through my 20s. Here's a toast to you, Miss Russell."
What was that guy's name?
Charles Cat.
Shout out to Charles.
Yeah, general manager at Equinox. Wow, he's a strong man.
Wait, he just posted his job and he's just
Yeah, he
publicly.
has his job. No, it says general manager at Equinox 2007 to 2015. So
Oh shit! What's he up to now?
he's
Click on his profile.
I don't belong to Quora, so I think they have like a limit. Okay, no, actually.
We'll buy.
Oh, he lives in New York.
Should we hit him up?
He loves Tolkien, Dune, military history, and Game of Thrones. New York sports teams, Giants, Mets, and Knicks
This guy's awesome.
are a passion.
Should we have him on the podcast to discuss Naomi?
Yeah, of course.
Should
dude.
we be like? He'd be like, "How did you find me?"
I want to get him on the show to discuss how he got through his 20s.
Yes. How much beating off did you do to her?
It's like when someone's like, "Yeah, I was having a rough time. The pod really got me through it."
Yeah, but no.
I feel like this is more honorable, to be honest.
it's way more honorable. Beating off to Naomi.
Focusing on building amenities, fitness centers, and pool design. He seems pretty cool.
And I will say, listen, I jacked off to Naomi, but that was more of a change of pace for me. I was a lot more in Naomi's heyday. I was a Gianna Michaels guy.
Okay, so there was a generation of pogs.
Gianna Michaels.
Yes.
Remember Carmella
Sarah
Bain?
J. Yes.
Who
Olivia
got fat later, and
Who's
I was
that?
jacking off to that. I
Olivia
love that.
O'Lovely.
I don't remember.
She was
her.
another early pog, right? I'm just saying, listen. I'm just saying
Everyone you're no.
within the context
Gianna Michaels had huge. She was just thick. We can't
Right.
throw her in the paw. Naomi's something else. She's one of those skinny girls
that's
with the fat
why
ass.
that's why she was leading the charge. That's why she was at the vanguard.
No.
Anyway, if you're listening, I
It
think
was.
about
By
you
the way, the
sometimes.
cultural shift 100% was J Lo. I realized what it was. It's not you. She started it
Yes.
in mass culture
Yes, shit. Her booty
because
was
everyone was talking about how big her ass was. And by the way, now it's kind of like going back and watching the NBA from the 80s.
right,
It's good,
right. But
But
there,
it's like
there are some
a journeyman today.
there's some blue collar guys playing
There's some
in this
fucking
league.
some guys coming off the bench that
Yeah.
like that's how I feel about J-Lo, where it's like I feel like there's girls walking around with 3,200 Instagram followers that have bigger asses.
Well, it
than
was that.
J-Lo.
It was J-Lo also got her ass insured. That was the big story.
And it was a
For
good
$1
ass.
million.
And look, she looks fucking incredible now.
She still looks good. I want to see the movie with her and Owen Wilson where they fall in love.
I love-
Wardell put it on at a Super Bowl party when I was in LA. He watched the whole thing.
He's the worst.
I love
It's
my,
so funny.
my
He's the worst
electric
egg.
toothbrush
Yeah.
in a hotel a while.
Oh, brutal.
And so I'm like fucking just riding on. I'm like on a campaign basically at this point.
In what sense?
I've been on like in not brushing my teeth. I feel like
Why don't you buy another one?
because I was buying another $200 electric toothbrush. The hotel has it. I got to get it shipped back.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you can just get it shipped. I get shit shipped all the time.
When's the last time you went to the dentist and stuff?
When I got my tooth
Do you have to go to like a specialist?
to get the tooth.
Well, now that you have the tooth,
For a cleaning.
I guess
No,
yeah.
you
all
go to
dentists.
regular. Everybody.
Dude,
A lot of people have fake
my
teeth.
new dentist that I go to, they're basically like, do you want nitrous? And I'm like, for a cleaning? And then they were like, yeah. And I'm like, and they're like $75. So the last 2 times I've gone, I literally just like, it was so sick.
That's awesome.
It's
shit.
it's the best drug.
Where's
there
your
is.
Where's your dentist?
In
In the city?
it's one of those places that has a bunch of locations. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
You got to go to this place, bro. And they have a flat screen on the ceiling and Beats headphones.
Oh, hell
So I was
yeah.
just hitting nitrous and watching Seinfeld.
Does somebody suck your dick?
That would be the next step. The next step.
I would worry about getting hard if I'm having that good a time.
Honestly, it was the best. And the cool thing about nitrous is like you're not fucked up afterwards. You just
Interesting.
get a coffee and then 10 minutes later you're back to your day.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
I might have to do that.
Anyway, folks,
I need a cleaning. I need a good cleaning. It's been a while.
I'll hook you up with
Thank
this
you,
place.
bro.
All right, it's been a great episode.
Thank you, everyone. We're off to the deli.
We're gonna get lunch.
If you want to do deli, or how about Rocco's?
What's
Pizza.
Rocco's?
I had
Pizza.
pizza for dinner last night.
Everything has to be about you.
Okay.
Okay, what else? No, let's talk this out.
Guess who also had pizza for dinner last night?
You?
Me.
So you shouldn't have it
Me.
twice in a row.
Yes, I should.
Why?
Because I'm not thinking about me and what I want. I'm offering to my friends. Maybe they want pizza.
Well, Adam doesn't.
I
I
know
don't
I-
particularly. Want
I
it.
know I already had pizza, But I'll set that aside.
Yeah, that's true. You're a good guy, Nick.
I'll set that aside and suggest something, even though it's already been decided. Not based on what I want.
It doesn't have to be the deli.
And now we have to get.
But you were
pizza.
texting.
Huh?
We were talking about what we're going to get, and you were texting.
I had an important thing that I had to
No
respond
chance
to.
it was
No, it
important.
wasn't important.
There's
Is
0% chance it was important.
It was the guy
or
who's
time
going
sensitive.
He's
to go
talking
in the
about
gay porn room with you.
yeah.
You do this a lot where you elevate things in matter of importance that definitely could have waited like 10 minutes or so.
What do you mean?
But
like
you just
texting?
get in the zone. And you
Texting
have
zone?
to text.
Oh no,
some kind
that's not. I actually don't think it's important. I'm like, well, I can check out. I said that one day. You guys are good deciding what we want for lunch.
Okay, so if it's not going to be deli,
Yeah.
what's it going to be?
I don't know. We can order something.
We don't.
Mr.
we're not-
Order.
Yeah.
Mr. Order stuff.
yeah.
That's what are you talking about?
What happened to taking a little walk, getting a couple sandwiches?
Okay, a
with the
little
boys?
walk is nice. It's not a walk. You be going across the street.
Well, is there a different place we could go? What about Suck Dickelbergs? How far is that?
That's
from
too
here?
far.
that's too far, and
Okay.
it's not
The
that good.
limit for me is kind of like Samurai Papa. That's about as far as I want to go.
And that place isn't.
That
open.
place is
we could go to.
closed.
We could go to Guacoco. It's
The
a-
like Arepa place.
Yeah, it's a Venezuelan place. They've gotten better actually. Everything got shittier during the pandemic, but I went there once, somewhat recently, and it was pretty good.
I'm kind of. You said McDonald's. I'm kind of in a sandwich and fry zone right now.
It's gonna be great when we just end up at the deli.
We're going
Where?
to the deli
Why is there no place to get sandwiches around here?
because we're in like a residential.
Bed-Stuy is
I'm in a
residential.
fucking residential area. I have
Yeah.
sandwiches galore.
Astoria-
Astoria is way different.
Astoria
Astoria
is-
is all restaurants, and then there's only
Astoria
houses.
is-
There's houses so people have a place to go after they're done eating.
after the restaurant. Yeah. All right, we're gonna figure this out.
It looks.
folks.
It feels like it's going to be.
We'll
the
tell
deli.
you on
We'll tell you
Wednesday's episode that you already
You've
listened
already
to.
listened to. You'll know. Wow, that's interesting. This is kind of like a movie that starts with the end.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
the recording out of
It's
order
like
that gives the
Memento.
listener schizophrenia. It's not the content.
Maybe
And the show doesn't.
I think
attract
they
that.
already had schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they, they die. soon.
Which ones? The red, the square.
Don't even
Don't fuck it up.
don't even try.
All right.